Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today what we're going to be doing is doing a DIY brake job on an Audi RS. We didn't do it for the rear ones, but today we're replacing the front brakes. So I'm going to list the parts down below in the description for the rotors you want, and the sensor you need, and also the pads you will need if you're replacing to a factory specs rotors pads. If you want to go aftermarket high performance, you're welcome to do that. The way Audi does it is you have a sensor on the driver's side in the front and a sensor on the back side on the driver rear as well. It's not crisscross like the BMWs do. So what we're going to do is take the rim off, put the car in jack, put the stand underneath it, and then I already taken the rim off, so let me walk you over and show you. So standard rotor, what we need to do is a couple things. You take this bolt off. It's a T27. Then what you're going to do is, I already started doing it. Basically, since these are Brembo 6 pistons, so what happens is you have 2 pins which basically go like this. There's one that goes on the top and one that goes on the bottom. I already opened it, started the video a little late, but you want to open the bottom first and then the top one. That makes it life easier. This is a 13 millimeter bolt in the back. You can open it, this pin comes out. Once this comes out, here, this is what I was talking about, your sensor. This is your sensor for the brake wear sensor that tells you inside the car. Obviously the wires fed through here, so we gotta take it out, take the sensor out as well. So, and then once you open this up, before you take your pads out, take a flathead, pry bar, whatever, and what you wanna do is you wanna pry on these two and push them back. The reason you do it is because there's a piston. You want to push them back so they're reset and you can put your new pads in, because regardless if you're swapping the pads out or if you're putting new pads in, your newer pads will be thicker than your old ones, and if you don't do it, you will have to get a brake tool to reset your pistons. So all I'm going to do is take a little hammer, take this, I'll show you, just take like a very small or pointy, carefully put it right here and just tap on it lightly and they come off. If they don't, they should just slide right out and then this way. Afterwards, your brake job might come with these new pins, it might not. Clean this up before you put them back in, but here's set aside. And then we're going to open this one up, push the pistons back in, everything, and I'll show you in the fast motion. Stay tuned. So one thing you have to do, this sensor right here, it gets plugged in here. So it gets plugged right in here on this mount, and the other side comes from this side comes from this side. So you want to take this off first so you can open up this caliper bolt that's back here, because otherwise it will get blocked right by this. So what you want to do is take this off, remove it so you have open access, and then you can take out the caliper pin. Okay, so there you go. Basically what we did was we tied the caliper bolts back here. From there on, we put on the caliper. The caliper was on, we slid the brake pads in. Once we slid the brake pads in, we put the new sensor in. Try to go with the original Audi sensor. Don't do aftermarket because you might run into problems and you have to open and redo it. From there on out, put in those 2 pins. And then the only thing that's last to do is tighten this bolt and we'll be done. Just keep one thing in mind. You want to bed your brakes in. So what you could do is you can follow the Audi process, which I believe is 40 and 10, and then 35 and 5. What it means is run it to 40, break down to 10, but don't stop. Go back to 40, go to 10. Same thing 5 times without stopping. And then also what you want to do is do the same thing with 35 and 5. And then after that, let the car run for a few minutes without using the brakes so the brakes cool down. That's the Audi process if you really want to follow. And then, or you can just bed the brakes in, just the normal brakes, how you do it. And that'll be it. Thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, and I'll put all the parts down below.